Ich bin Thomas Dybdahl. Ich wohne in Stavanger in Norwegen. Ich spiele Gitarre und tanzen und singen. Nein, sorry, that was horrible. Well, I think the album is pretty reflective. It's sort of like, getting close to 40, which means you're starting to get a sense of like a midlife crisis kind of thing, where I think the crisis is just the fact that you can look back as long as you can conceivably maybe look forward, so you're in the middle there somewhere, and what makes it scary is just that when you look back, you can look back 25 years and it can seem, it seems like it was yesterday, because just time just flies like that. So I guess people just get a little panicky sometimes when they think about that, because then they think about the next 25 years and, if it's all going to go that fast. But this album is also a lot about just looking back, to my childhood and upbringing, and trying to figure out what kind of things and events and people made me the person that I am. I'm not trying to find myself. I'm more like trying to find out how I got to be this way. It's usually melody first. That's what comes natural to me. I struggle with lyrics always. It takes me forever. It takes me ages to finish a lyric, because I think it's a lot harder, because it's not it's not as intuitive in me. So music comes very naturally and fast usually, while lyrics take forever. So I usually start with the music and then sort of dive into the lyrics afterwards. I mean, I don't have a preference really, because every night is different anyways. I could say I like playing the club shows more, because you get more intimate with people, but then that doesn't always work either. And then sometimes you come to a big festival and it sort of feels like you're just one-on-one there. This weird thing happens where you get an amazing chemistry with the audience. So I couldn't say really. Just every night is just different. And when I think I figured it out, I experience a new thing, and it's just kind of okay. I find social media to be kind of depressing sometimes, because it's like the loneliest thing in the world, because you're interacting with tons of people and still it feels like really, really lonely. So I don't know. I have an ambivalent relationship to it, because you also feel that everyone is just screaming for content all the time, for stuff to be put out there, songs, acoustic versions, just little pictures or snippets, and it almost feels like you're just throwing trash into the ocean. It's like I don't know. I have a hard time doing some of it, because I feel like you're just adding shit out there. You're just like throwing something out that has no value, and it has really nothing to do with what I do. I make, albums that I spend a shitload of time producing and arranging and mixing and all these things, and then everybody wants you to do like an acoustic version of it afterwards, which is like, yeah, but I just made an album the way that I want to make it. So if I wanted to make an acoustic album, I would make an acoustic album, but I didn't. I made this album. So but that's the grumpy, like, old man me. So the young hip me obviously finds it refreshing to just be in touch with people. It's very one-on-one. So I'm struggling between those two people. It's like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing with me. Sometimes I really enjoy it. Sometimes it just depresses the shit out of me.